Yeah, up early doors this morning, off to Maple Cross to review the new 5, which I'm buzzing about. I'm up this early because I've got to get down there, pick the 5 up, run through with them, drive over to Meguiar's and spend a couple hours at Meguiar's, then drive back to Maple Cross, then drive back up to Warrington to do some filming with Redline, and then back to mine, and then in the pub for 7. Busy day, but this is what it's all about, ladies and gents. So, first stop is some fuel and some Mackies. So we're going to crack on. See you in a bit.
And finally, Jordan says, Gary, I'm off to review the new Renault 5 for Renault. So I've got 3 hours to make it down to Maple Cross from Manchester. The thing is, Jordan, will you be expected to review it a la Clarkson? This is the new halfway.
We have arrived. It is now 8:30, a little earlier than expected, so that's a bonus. There's Renault 5s coming out the A's. I'm hoping I can get a yellow one so I can do a little with the LED and all that sort of jazz. I pulled up, not sure whether I can park here or not. I'm going to go inside because I'm dying for the loot. I'm going to speak to him about where I can park and yeah, get the keys to the Renault 5 and then swap all the camera gear over and we'll get cracking. Off to Meguiar's. Now, upon first impressions, this is a tidy bit of kit. So it unlocks as you approach the car. Let's have a sit in. Oh.
Hey, let me introduce myself a bit.
Now this car comes with its own AI, so it's adjusting the settings for me, how I want it to drive and how it wants me to react to itself. Well, what a fancy bit of kit. We've got 214 mile to it's empty. Like I said, we're only going to Drivetrain day today and back. They did offer me the car for a longer duration of time, but it's getting time off work and all that sort of stuff, so yeah, I'm just going to spend 5 or 10 minutes figuring out what the crack is in here, but on first impressions I have to say I do like it, so yeah, let's get to it and figure out what we're going to do today. We've made it here down to Meguiar's. Perfect really, because the car was dirty when we got it, so it's a perfect excuse to give it a wash and showcase the Meguiar's products, but also this beautiful paint. Look at the flake in this. Meguiar's. I've managed to find a nice section of road on the route back to Maple Cross that is, well, it's looking like a good set of twisties. Yeah, so we're going to give that a bash. It looks like I jumped straight on it, to be fair. It's hard not to like it. It is so hard not to like it, ladies and gents, and that, I think, is what I'm loving the most about it. Now, the price tag on one of these, roughly, is about 22 grand, I think. Now, that's not throwaway money. I never said it was, but compared to other electric cars out there, it's cheap. And I don't think this has been designed like a normal car would, where they just slap batteries underneath. This has been specifically designed to be an electric car. So it's pretty much all there. It's cheap because they've cheaped out on the right areas, if that makes sense. Like the seats are mechanical, not electrical, plastic door cards, plastic dash, but your technology side is there. Your touchscreen displays, you know, your adaptive cruise control. It seems like they put money into the tech and into the electric side of it and making it look good, and then cheaped out on, like I said, electric seats. That's weight saving as well, if you want to see it by that route. Same with the door cards. The leather I don't think is real, so that's again weight saving. But the 5 back in the day wasn't meant to be a luxurious car, it was meant to be a family affordable hatchback, and I think they've tried to put that into perspective again. So power delivery is nice as well. Like I said, it's not constant because it's electric, but I'm enjoying it. I do really enjoy it, which I'm pleasantly surprised at. It's a fun hatchback, that's what it is, and that's what I wanted out of today. I wanted that fun hatchback experience. Let some fresh air in there. You can't really hear the noise of the car because it's electric, but my god, this is so fun. Model is impressive, and I think that's partly due to the batteries being where they are. Just impressed, that's all I am. It's just impressed, to be honest with you. Let's try, I'm going to try that B mode, see what it's actually about. I think B's for braking maybe. Yeah. So I'll put it on screen, but there is like you can have one of the screen settings as like your car, and it shows like the distance between you and the car in front of you. And now, because I've selected B rather than D, so I assume B's braking, when I let off, the brake lights come on. Now I don't know whether that necessarily helps charging. 100% feel the difference. I don't know if you can see it in cabin, so I don't know whether that has something to do with the regenerative power aspect in it. But yeah, would I buy one? Yes or no? Yeah, I would. I'd buy one. I think it's good of Renault letting me have this opportunity to review this car, because it's not necessarily, I'm not necessarily their demographic to review the car. Now, I'm into my classic motors, I don't like electric cars. The only thing we really have in common with the car is that it's French and that it's a 5. They know I'm into 5s, so I don't think they'd necessarily let me review the car if they didn't think I'd like it. So with that in mind, I think they have mindfully developed the car with wanting it to relate to enthusiasts of the older one and people of that generation. I hope they have anyway, and it's not just a win that they've gone out on and it's worked. I know they are doing well, and I have seen progressively more as time's gone on. I probably see one a day now easily, but I'm actively looking for them. So if you're not actively looking for them, then you're not necessarily going to see them. But yet. I know I keep saying it, but I just want to say thanks to them again for letting me do this, and I'm hoping that I can build that bond with them for if any more cars come out similar to this. I know there was the Renault 17 that was a concept car through Renault, which looks mega. Whether that comes into play or not, I'm not too sure. I'd love to do the Alpina, do it through Maple Cross again, because you know they've given me the opportunity to do this. So if you are in the market for a hatchback and a little B-road fun car, something electrical for commuting to work, something relatively cheap in today's market, it's this. Genuinely, I'm mega impressed, honestly. Not much more else to say on that note. So, after spending the last 4 or 5 hours with the car, what do I and what don't I like? I don't like the fact that it opens up when I walk to the car. That is very annoying, but it's only due through us cleaning. I mean, as you can see, it's nicely finished. I want to say that the fog lights section, the square ones, is a bit of an inkling back to the 5. The sort of, even though they're not rectangle, headlights are very similar. There's a lot of 5 branding on it. One thing that I noticed when we was washing it, these body lines are extremely similar to the shape of the GT turbo kit as well as in the rear. Now this green has got an unbelievable flake to it. If it was polished up and detailed well, yeah, it'd be absolutely mega. The overall size of the car compared to new cars isn't actually too bad. I found that when driving it, due to the batteries being underneath the floor, it was very planted in the corners. Now, I've got nothing to compare it to as far as electric cars go. Maybe all electric cars feel like this, but hopefully Renault let me test drive the Alpina and we can get a comparison on that. Now, for the main event, the engine. Now, when I originally popped this, I didn't even think it'd pop, to be honest with you, but when I originally popped this, the weight of the boot is concerning. I mean the bonnet, but the fact that it's not just storage underneath here. Now, I'll put some stats on screen of what this actually is. It's odd because it looks like it's an engine. It looks like there's a fan and rad at the front. Your batteries here. Now, if anybody's interested in engine swapping one of these, if they find a wrote off one, I can see it being relatively easily. Wiring wise, you fucked, mate. But as far as space goes, there's plenty of it. Now, I'm going to finish off by saying again a big thank you to Renault for letting me test drive this car. I've had a good day. I wish I could have had it all weekend, but other plans got in the way. So hopefully I can be back to do a longer test drive of the Alpina, if that's something Renault will let me do. But as far as it goes, in my eyes, the new Renault 5 is sound. Just what every boy wants to see on the journey home. I knew it'd be bad traffic because we are down south, nobody can drive, and it's sunny, so I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna arrive home at 5 to 7, hopefully, if the traffic's all right. Hopefully we can cut a bit of that traffic down once we get a bit closer to home. But yeah, what a day, really enjoyed that. Just spoke to Christian at Renault about test driving the Alpina 290, so we can do a comparison video, and he's up for that when they're doing the like sort of press release sort of stuff. So yeah, absolutely loved it today. I'm going to love yous and leave yous and get home quick as possible because the pub is calling my name. See yous in the next one, ladies and gents. Thank you very much for watching. If you like these sort of videos, let me know and I'll try and sort some more out. Love yous and leave yous. Goodbye.